Hey guys, this is Noobbot Studios, and today I'm playing Alphors again. But today I'm going to give you a beginner's guide of how to get, of what to do. Not what to do, but basically a beginner's guide what Alphors is. So let's start out, let's talk about the factories. Yeah, so there's 4 factories in the game when you start out. You got your concrete, carbon, steel, and fuel factories. Basically, these 4 factories all do different things to help you, and they produce resources that you can use to make vehicles to defend and attack other bases. And they all have different levels of importance, but they're all important in some way or another. So yeah, start out, we'll talk about the concrete factory. I tried making a video previously, but I didn't know how to select the sound, but now I do. So yeah, so I've been playing a while, and I've got my concrete factory to level 6, which requires 18 concrete. And concrete doesn't sound important probably to you at first, but it actually is. Without concrete, you can't, because you need concrete to upgrade factories. And upgrading factories is important because then you can make produce resources faster for vehicles and stuff. So it's very important. So I basically upgraded all very fast in the beginning until it takes a lot. And then we'll move on to steel, which is another important one. So steel, yeah, steel is important. It produces steel, of course, which is this up here. This is all of that. And steel, basically, you use steel to produce vehicles, which are all here. And then you also use it to build your base defense. Which are these same turrets here in this wall. So yeah, of course, concrete, like I said, helps upgrade everything. You will use it to upgrade everything. And yeah, that's the steel factory. Also very important. Over here, we have the one I've not used a lot, the carbon factory. Now this one is important for later on, because the more advanced, better vehicles require carbon. A lot of it, most of them like a million. And so in the beginning, the carbon factory is not good. So I just leave it alone. I upgraded them about once or twice. Or did on all my other profiles. And then over here we have fuel, which is another important one. It's a lot to upgrade 50 concrete to level 2, which is a lot. And it doesn't produce a lot per minute, which is what I use because it's free. And I'll explain that later on in this video. So yeah, as you can see, we have fuel factory, like I said. Uses produce fuel up here, and fuel powers your vehicles. So whenever they move around, it takes fuel out of that bar. So it's good to produce a lot. So if you're on the attack, you need a lot of fuel. Yeah, you need a lot of fuel for all that. And then is what we talked about. And then there's concrete that is also applied to this. Now concrete, which is here, it requires 50 fuel to convert into 1 titanium. Now titanium is hard to get, but it's used for all this stuff here. Yeah, and then it's used for ministries and stuff in the base extension, make them all the factors max level, but that's a lot. That is a lot of titanium, and titanium's hard to get, and you can buy a lot of it for actual money, but it's not worth it. Not a lot of people really have that money. So moving on to the vehicles, which are kind of the big thing in this game, because when you see advertisements of the game, I used to see them a lot back in the day. They showed a bunch of vehicles like helicopters and land vehicles and etc, and tanks. And so yeah, and this little thing here produces vehicles. And to start out, we'll talk about 4 vehicles. So to start out, we'll talk about the FAV, the cheapest and weakest vehicle in the game. And now this thing's fast and cheap and it doesn't do much damage. It costs 2.5 steel and it takes 30 seconds to build one. Sounds slow, but it's pretty fast compared to these later ones. And you can produce a lot of them pretty fast. And they drive fast, but they don't do much damage, like I said, have low defense. And then the Humvees are next. They require 6 steel. Their build time is increased by 20 seconds, so it's 50 seconds now. Same description, fast and cheap. And they're like the FAVs, but they're a little slower and more strong, and do a little more damage, I think. I've never really built these. And then you have this important vehicle, the APC. And this vehicle requires 25 steel, takes 1 minute 4 seconds to build one. And this vehicle has no weapons on it, so it doesn't attack anything. Well, this one is important because if you get into conquering bases, you need this to fully conquer it. So once you beat the defenses, you have to drive this thing into the base, and that's how you conquer it. And then you can have multiple bases, which is this here. So yeah, that's 3 vehicles, but the last one is one that's a little more advanced, and that's this one, the Panhard wheel tank. Well, I've never built these before, but they're pretty good. I've seen someone have like 5 or 6 of these one time. And it's as good against base defenses. So for attacking, costs 50 steel and 2.5 carbon, so you need carbon for this. Costs 2 minutes 30 seconds to build one. And I've never built these, but they look pretty good. But they're not exactly the strongest compared to these other tanks, as you can see down here. But for the beginning, they're pretty powerful, probably the most powerful vehicle to have in the beginning, attack-wise, for the 4-hour attacks. That's what all these vehicles mostly are. Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me. I tried doing a one video previous to this try, but I have the microphone switch on, so now I know how to do it. Microphone, which is helpful. So yeah, basically this is my base. I haven't started a lot, and this is, who knows what profile this is on. I've made a bunch load. Basically I've just barely played them for a while, and then I've quit, and then built another, made another, etc, etc. And then also out there's the commands in the building queue. And well, I used the building queue once, and basically, guys, it allows you to build 10 vehicles without a delay for 1 titanium. So it's pretty expensive for that. And then you can build a command base for 75 titanium, which increases the base maximum, so all the maximum points here, which is good. Which means you can conquer more bases, have more vehicles, and more economy points. But I've never really built that. I don't really get a lot of titanium. Basically, when I play, when I start out, I mostly upgrade this a lot, my factories, and build a few FAVs. I've never really conquered any bases. And I've played the tutorial a bunch of times, and they've seriously upgraded that. So yeah. And this is it being upgraded. So yeah, guys, this is what it looks like upgrading a factory. So yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. So alright guys, think I'll see you next time.
What are you doing?
I'm on my computer.
What are you doing?
Playing a game.
What game?
Alpha Wars.
Are you saying stupid shit?
No.
Alright. You need to start thinking about going to bed. You're not staying until 4 in the morning.
Alright.